Hi.
What's good? What's good?
Um, I know that you've lobbied for something like this for a long time, so I don't want to do it without you.
Okay.
But I figured out the best way for this to happen in the sense of both getting paid, getting signed, and getting on the radio. And I've lobbied and lobbied and lobbied and finally got basically the best way to explain it is I'm going to have a record label dedicated to talk radio and podcasts only.
Okay.
So when you get signed, you run your entire station, so to speak.
Yeah. So that was the plan originally when I applied months ago, right? And that's
Right.
what they were trying to figure out. So in the meantime, I know I was being talked with the government for something to do to kind of rework it to have an application in there where it's similar to the record label, but it's not though. But with kind of yeah.
I got them to finesse, and we're going to still use the music app, right?
Yeah.
But where you see the latest song releases, there'll be a total separate one right below it that's latest podcast. And you'll release podcasts like you would a song. So then and I'm calling it Podcast Radio. So Podcast Radio will have its own station that will cycle through everybody's talk radio podcast submissions. So when you put that radio station on your phone or in your car or wherever, that's all you'll hear is talk radio.
Okay.
And of course, when I'm doing this stuff, I've got you in mind heavily, but they're also throwing your name back at me so much to where it's like, this has got to be our thing.
So how would you want to program this, like exactly? So just kind of give me your blueprint that's in your head.
So I'm gonna get the label first. Once I get the label, you and I can sign people. I think we sign Peanut to do audio versions of his news clips. I think you should do your own thing where your articles have just an audio file that plays, much like talk radio in this realm when you're not online. You know what I mean? So basically, the pays will be just like you're an artist, but you're really good. And I think everybody who signs should start 50-50 all the way up to 75 their way. That way, there's way much more incentive to just keep the podcast coming out, bumping.
What's up, Mally? Just in a meeting right now, bro. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so how would I be involved? Like, am I coming with you on this as a partner?
Yeah, basically.
Like 50-50 of the company?
Yeah. If that's cool with you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking just like, see, like with the whole radio shit, right? Like the whole point to it was like it to kind of be like a neutral ground for a lot of people in the city, right? Not only people like, so the way I imagine it was the way I want to program it was to treat it actually like an FM station, right? You can still have your talk radio segments in there as well, but then also include elements like, like your Friday, your top 5 at 5, the hottest 5 songs of the week. You know what I'm saying? Hosted by Linx or Granny, whatever. And then obviously, let's say, for example, Kay had his own 30-minute slot, right? And then he could do whatever with it. He could talk, he could interview people, whatever, do what he does, right? And the way the company would make money on top of that too, which I think we could still do, is that we produce audio commercials, right? Say PDM wants a commercial. A 15-second ad would be like 20K. A 30-second ad would be 30K, right?
Yeah, well, of course, all that is still doable, right?
Yeah.
On the actual Podcast Radio label, and I call it a label because that's essentially what the workings and the physics of it are, but it's not a label, it's just an umbrella. It's much like any umbrella for radio.
Yeah.
So you'll still be able to sell ad space, right? Now, I don't want music on it, but that doesn't mean that you can't, as DJ Linx, put out your own music mix 104 whatever on your actual music artist title.
Yeah,
and you can keep it to music.
So ideally, you want to keep it more of a talk radio type of style.
I'm going after Chatterbox, Liberty City Radio. I'm going after that field. I want to basically embrace gang beef. I want to have live interviews of opposing sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then eventually, I want them to fix the live to where you and I can interview these people and people can tune in live.
100%. Or, I mean, yeah,
so
no.
I have to.
Yeah.
So this is what the real deal is, and the real deal, you know, the real reason why I guess you couldn't get it all formulated right away is because it was so much. So, in order to eventually get to the place where you want it and I want it, we have to start by
somewhere.
just.
Yeah.
We have to start by just. We'll sign you. You upload your podcast. It's on there. When things start rolling, then later on we go, hey, can we get that little panel right underneath the music where it's new podcasts? And we get that. Then after a little while, we get, hey, can we get live podcasts where you fix the mic and the audio to where when we go live, you can hear everything? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got tired of not seeing anything. So if we got to build this thing from the ground up to where it starts off like a label releasing music, but in podcast form, then that's what we should do.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it. Okay. No, it's making a lot of sense. I get what you're saying. Yeah, we got to start somewhere with this shit, right? So,
yeah. If we ask for all that up front, it'll never happen because they don't want to do it.
Well, see, the thing too is, so the info that I got, right? The information that I got is that what I was asking for, it can be done, right? And that's what I've been in talks for quite some time about it, right? With the government and shit, right? So not to say it's going to happen or it's not going to happen, this and that, but I do agree with, if we're going to start something, we got to start from the ground up and build from there as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is the only way that it's going to get,
I get
we have to show improve on this stuff.
No, I get that. Okay.
That's the only thing.
When do you want to start this?
Whenever, like I said, when I talked to the government and they said that they would be in contact with me, so then basically how Mr. K opens his phone and is able to control Wu-Chang or sees Wu-Chang, I'll start to see Podcast Radio. When that happens, I don't want any other employees but me and you. It doesn't need to be any other employees but me and you on it.
Yeah.
So when that happens, you and I get the same CEO, whatever position. The money comes in to it, and we could save up the money on the actual bank account and then pay ourselves out the splits every now and again.
Yeah.
But we'd also have our own artist profiles where we're getting paid on podcasts.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. All right. Let me I like the idea. Give me like a bit. Let me just think. Let me just think about everything, and I'll call you I'll give you an answer saying about within the hour max.
Okay. Yeah.
Sounds good.
No doubt, yeah.
Great.
I mean, I didn't want to not run it by you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Because when Peanut and Chris told me about it earlier on the other store, I was like, wait, what? I was kind of annoyed to hear, but then I was like, but I'm one of those people. I go, wait, let me just get all the facts first. Let me talk to Greg and see what before.
Well, the main thing was I started the GILF podcast on the music app.
Yeah.
And it started to do so well numbers-wise that I was like, this should be a separate thing, and I don't want to convolute the music.
Yeah.
So then when I started talking about it, and then, they were pressing me with your ideas and what you had going, I was like, that's all good and well, but it's going to take y'all forever to do that. And they even admitted to it. Like, yeah, that would take some time and by this and that. And then every time.
Like the government?
Yeah.
Really? Because I got a different answer.
If you have something, if they can work on something quicker than this,
you know what I can do is, what I'll do is this. I'm going to set up in the emails, I'll set something with me, you, and the big homie, yeah?
Yeah, because if your ideas and the physics of what you want to work with can happen faster, then I'm all about that.
Okay,
but I just wanted, like podcasts basically to be, like I said, your Chatterbox, your Liberty City Radio, straight talk radio, just straight smooth brain, crazy, silly shit.
Yeah. No, I get
and
that.
And I wanted to be able to, recruit the news stations to release audio versions of their articles, basically.
Yeah.
That way they can get paid double.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, 100%.
Because you're doing this under the umbrella of an artist, so to speak. So you're getting paid artist money to do it.
Right.
So the incentive
this
to
is good,
keep
chat.
posting
I like this.
and
I'm gonna
keep,
do it.
Doing TLDRs and keep basically narratives that are pumping through people's phones and radios that then ignite more interaction and cinema. You see what I'm saying?
No, 100%. See, like the thing too is, and I think that's a great idea, right? But the key is, what I really want the most is, and then what you're saying is eventually trying to make it happen is like, once we go live, it's in the car radio, or even once the show is done, the recording of that gets uploaded to the car radio, as many shows, and it's on repeat on that channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think if we work together to get my thing finalized, but your thing an additional almost immediately, I think it'll be
powerful.
No-brainer.
It'll be powerful. Yeah. And it'll give
So I
opportunity.
think you should keep going for that.
Yeah, 100%.
Essentially.
All right, you know
But
what?
I think,
yeah,
you know,
let's do it.
You should attach it to what I'm doing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Power 95 was going to be on Umbrella on its own, but we could definitely work something out. But I think right now to get it going, yeah, I'm with you. So let's do the 50-50. Let's get it up and running. Let's get the shit going in the meantime.
No doubt.
All right.
All right.
All right, Granny. I appreciate that, man. No, I appreciate the talk. Appreciate you.
Of course.
You reaching out. And yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let me know if you hear anything else.
Touch.
We'll be in touch. Yeah.
All right, Linx.
All right, Granny. All right, peace. What do you guys think, chat? I like the idea. I see what Cyrus is saying, right? But see, Cyrus wants to do, like, with Power 95, it would just not only be music, it would be everything, music and talk, right? You want to get, like, I want to give the city an actual FM station vibe, which I haven't seen no server do. And I know with my skill, and I know with my skill set, just being a radio guy IRL, with, you know, being 3 radio stations nationwide in Canada, syndicate and all this shit, I know I can bring that experience. It just, I know Ravage did say it is workable. So I'm gonna connect with Ravage in the Discord and see what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Roosh? What's up, man? But I like Granny's idea. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely need to include the music element in there at some point, right? Have the top 5 of 5. You know, throw some DJ mixes in there. Like, it's got to be well rounded, right? But yeah, no W, guys. And we're gonna be making bank too, Chad. Just think about it too, right? Like, it's each artist. Do you guys know how much each artist gets paid per spin? Did I ever tell you guys, or do you guys know? Sorry, Mally, I'm back on the block. I was just having a meeting with Granny.
Nice. How's it going?
Yeah, I'll tell you, buddy, if you want to pull. I'm just on the block, just talking in my brain for a second.
Yeah, I'll come down.
Yeah, it's 2 different things, but I think Granny version is a baby step towards when you have Envision. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's definitely a baby step. Gotta enjoy this Friday. That's what I'm talking about, baby. What the fuck is this?